Hey, Coach, Alex Calabrese for MIR 97 Media. I wish we could be much happier right now, but could you just describe what happened there in the second half?
First, before we get started, I'll get to your question. Listen, Frank wanted to be here on, like, Frank, he's bouncing off walls right now, wishing he could be here, and his energy was missed, and we were trying to put a game together for him because he's been really putting a good effort in building this culture of this club, and we had great build-up to this week, especially with the Leagues Cup, and we at the end of the day, we let ourselves down. With your question, second half, listen, I think we were pushing it. We tried. We started off the half really well. Obviously, the calls didn't go our way in some of that, but the guys are playing and trying to build in all the phases of the game the way we're asking them to, and we're getting opportunities, we're getting chances, we're not finishing them. And then we have the lack of concentration, the lack of focus. And to me, I think a little bit is the lack of willing to suffer and put your body on the line. Orlando put their body on the line for those goals, and it worked for them. So we now need to figure out how to be that type of team. We can play soccer. We can move the ball through the lines. We can create opportunities. And now we need to learn how to suffer and really put our bodies on the line to win games. And I think that's what you saw in the second half.
Hey, CJ, Joe Chats on Tap Sports. You talk about putting the body on the line. I see the way you challenge the defenders during training. You want to bring out the best of them, both levels of the field. Having Mauricio then score today, I can imagine there's a level of pride given the way you've worked with him and the defenders all year.
You know, it's crazy because this group, especially these last few weeks, have been working extremely hard. If anybody were sitting out at our training, you'd think we were coming into this game and we were going to be flying. I want to say it's been one of the best couple weeks we've had since I've been here. Like the focus, the mentality, the determination, the drive. And yes, to see Pineda score a goal, the work he's been putting in these last, I want to say almost 3 months, he's been awesome. He deserves it. He's been running that back line, whether whoever's next to him, and he's controlling it. And for him to get a goal and be in that position, I mean, it's just kind of happening for him. And I'm very, very happy for him. I know he right now doesn't care about scoring goals. He wants to win, and he'd rather leave this game with zeros. But I am happy for him. He's put in a great effort. He's been nothing but a professional for the club.
Alex Campbell from CHGO. CJ, you look at the last 2 months when the Fire have played games, particularly in MLS, and there's a whole lot of wins in that column, and then the only 2 games that stand out as losses are against this Orlando City team. What is it about this squad, this team, the way they play, you think that has given you guys difficulties that you haven't faced against everybody else you've played in league play recently?
You know, it's before we played them these last 2 times, I would probably say like they're just a better team. The way they move the ball, their transitions, their movement on the field. But looking at us this game, we shut everything down that the way they wanted to play. They like to play through the lines and play into those the 10s in between the back line and the midfield line, and we shut it down every time. They tried to play over the top, and we shut it down. The goals they scored weren't the type of goals that they were looking to play as you go through the week. That's not what they're building on. But what separates them from a lot of teams in this league is how hard they work. That's a team that plays for 90-plus minutes. They're very savvy on plays when it comes to fouling and not getting fouled, being around the box. They're savvy in knowing and managing games. And again, I said it. They're a team that puts their body on the line to win games. They will do whatever they can, and I think Oscar has them in a good way of just fighting. And that's what this league needs. We have obviously some special players on each team, and then if you have the rest of the guys that are fighters, you're guaranteed to keep yourself in a game. And they showed that today, because I don't think they didn't accomplish the way they wanted to play. they accomplished the win. I give it to them that way. But the way they like to play, I don't feel they accomplished it that way. We shut that part down.
And CJ, obviously, no one wants Frank to be sick. And results aside, your relationship with Chicago soccer goes back a long time. Is there a level of pride in being able to lead this team on the field, given how long and how much you've been a part of this team?
100%. I think Frank says it. Frank shows it every day. Being back with this club means everything to me. Actually, being on the field, leading the club means everything to me. It's obviously a great feeling to do. It's not a good feeling with the result. But yeah, I will do anything for this club. And I've said it when I retired, and I've been around, and I'm always wanting the best for this club. And I wish that I were able to inspire these guys more today, because they deserve it, and they've been working hard for it. But we let ourselves down, and that falls back on me. I'm leading the team today, and maybe my energy or something about me wasn't sharp enough to keep them going. And I will go back, as any coach does, and reflect on it and figure it out. But yeah, it means a lot to stand in front of the team and lead them. But you got to lead them when they win, and you got to lead them when they lose. And I'm here, so I'll stand in front of it and take the blame.
Last question, Alex Calabrese.
Yeah, last one quickly from me. 10 games left in the season. You're just above the line regardless of the result. How closely are you watching those other games around the league, whether that be Miami chasing other teams around you? And how much are you just focusing on yourselves and taking it one game at a time?
Obviously, as a staff, we're always looking at other games, but that's not the focus for the players. The players have to take game by game. We need to focus on ourselves, because we're in every game. We create opportunities for every game. We create opportunities to win games for ourselves. So we can't get caught up in trying to figure out if this team or that team wins or loses and to keep us above the line. We're a team right now that's trying to build a culture of winning mentality, focus, discipline. So we have to continue just focusing on ourselves, and the coaching staff will worry about what other teams are doing, because if we get caught up hoping another team helps us get into the playoffs, then you don't earn it. We need to earn it, and we will. We will put the effort in every day. We'll keep charging. We'll keep fighting in training, and stay focused on ourselves. We'll let the coaching staff figure it out, what's going on with the other teams. The guys are all watching, obviously, but we need to keep them focused on ourselves, because in order for this team to get back where it is the culture, and we got to start building that culture stronger. Yep.
Thank you.